Hello guys, welcome to another weekly outlook. Okay, so like we've been anticipating for the past 1 2 3 over a month, right? Over a month now. We've been waiting for price to give us an opportunity to start going higher, right? Okay, no, retrace back into fair value, you know and then continue higher. So right now we're at a point where we can look for longs on the dollar and then sells on the um, the foreign currencies, right? So um, going into this last week, yeah, I told you guys that we needed to see this low taken out before we could even decide of uh, going for longs, right? This low is the liquidity. This is also a liquidity. This is also liquidity, right? This is also liquidity, but I doubt will come here. I'm not saying I doubt anyway, but the market does what it wants. But if we get a deeper retracement, then we'll look to reverse from this side. But for now, I don't think we will do that. We now have to look out for a shift, right? We now have to look for a shift. Now, we've had price trade into the monthly fair value gap here and then the monthly order block, right? So ideally, you can actually look to enter on the lower time frame, but if we get price trading above this high, that means we're reversing. It's time to long, right? It's time to long. So right now, all we have to do is wait for price to trade back above this, right? To trade back above this high. So this is my anticipation. We go this, pull back, and then we're going for the highs, right? So that's my anticipation for uh, DXY. We also have a fair value gap here. Alright. We also have a daily fair value gap here. If we trade and close above this fair value gap, right? All these targets have been met, so I think they are no longer needed. Right. Now, if we trade above this fair value gap, it becomes an inverted fair value gap, right? If we trade above this fair value gap, it becomes an inverted fair value gap, and price will look to, if it trades above it, price will look to use it as support to then go higher, right? So this is another thing to look at. So if we're going to continue going lower, this is where we're going to get our resistance, right? This fair value gap here. We hit this fair value gap and then we continue lower, right? That's if we're going to go lower. And if we're going to go lower, it means we're actually going to clear out this liquidity here as well. But if we're not going to go lower and we're going to go higher from here, what that means is we need to see price trade above this. Once price trades above this, this should give you like the very first signal that, okay, yes, we are now ready, right? We're now ready to trade higher, right? So today is Tuesday. So let's see how today's candle closes, right? If it closes above this, that's a sign, right? That's a sign. But ideally, you want to wait for price to trade back above this high, you get your pullback, and then we continue higher, right? So let's look at the lower time frames to see what's happening. Now, we had a sweep here, and here's a fair value gap, right? We had the sweep here. Personally, I'm looking at this highs to go. I'm looking at this highs to go. Once we take this high, yeah. I mean, if you want to be early, you can get in, but oh, I'm looking at this highs to take a trade. All right, I'm looking at this highs to take a trade because let's see. Yes, I'm looking at this highs. Let's see. Ideally, you want to wait for price to trade back above this, right? You want to wait for price to trade back above this, but I want to see what price does when it breaks this high. After it breaks this high, let's see how it reacts, and then we know what to do from there, right? You're not always going to get your textbook set up anyway, but you have the sweep, break, pull back, target this high, price retraces back again, get in, and then you continue. All right, so for DXY, we're waiting for price to get into this fair value gap and then see how price reacts inside this fair value gap. But right now, as you can see, price is it's taking the liquidity, so we need to see what's next. Are we going higher or we're continuing lower, right? So for me, I'm waiting. I'm waiting patiently. I need to see what price does after it takes this high, right? If we get price break this high, I'll look for a pullback, maybe come sweep this low, then we continue higher, right? I might look to get involved here. I might look to get involved here, right? I might look to get involved here. 1:2. Okay. I might look to get involved here, but I mean, I don't trade the dollar, so let's see. Good. Now for EU. EU is failing to take this high, right? EU is failing. This is let's go to the weekly time frame. It's failing to take this high. I really wish it would take that high, but right now it's failing. See oh, it's failing to take this high. Monday 15th June. 15th June. Oh, okay. Okay. So let's work on the euro fast. On the monthly, you can see we're in the monthly fair value gap, and we are in monthly order block as well, right? Now switch to Weekly, there's nothing much on the weekly. I wanted us to take this high, but since we're not taking it, let's see. Now, on the daily, it's the same for the dollar, right? We have this other block here, right? We have this other block here. We have this daily order block here. Now, if price should close below this daily order block, we might look to enter from here, then take it lower, right? Yes, I might look to enter from here and take it lower, even before price comes to take this low. But ideally, you want to wait for this low to go, right? You want to wait for this low to go before you get in. So the ideal setup will be this, break, pull back, or maybe even take sweep a high and then go. For me, this will be the ideal setup, a sweep before the dump, right? Before the dump will be the ideal setup for me. So I look to enter from here and then take markets back down to the lows, right? Well, right now, this is what we're watching out for on EURUSD, right? We're waiting to see what price does here. If it's going to hit this fair value gap, I don't know if price is going to come into this fair value gap and then continue higher. If it continues higher, then we might look to take trades off of this high here. And if we're going to do that, then the XY might also go for the lows, right? Yes, the XY might also go for the lows. But right now, we don't know. Let's just see what price does. Moving on to the next pair, which is GU. Now, GU, you see, last time I said, okay, for the scalpers and for the swing traders, don't wait for price to come back to the low, right? Because this, we came back here and we've come to sweep this high again. Now, this for me is a good setup. I just need it to be confirmed, right? That we're done. So this for me is a good setup, right? I just need, yes. So this is what's played out. This. After sweeping this high, if price breaks below this low, I'm getting in, right? I could get it here and target the lows, right? However, we still need to wait for confirmations, right? We're not just getting in because we want to get in. We need to wait for confirmations, right? We need to wait for confirmations. So right now, let's see what price does. We either get this and price continues higher, or we get a break below this fair value gap, and then this turns into an inverted fair value gap and price continues lower, right? Or we get a V-shaped reaction here, which is um, a sweep. We have the sweep already, right? We break below this, pull back, and we go, right? So those are the three scenarios for me. But first, we need to see how price reacts inside of this fair value gap. We need to see how price reacts inside of this fair value gap, right? We need to see how price reacts inside of this fair value gap. Okay, so let's see. Yes, 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 yes. Mm, okay, okay. So if we get a break below this low, that's a shift of structure on the 4 hour, right? That's the market structure shift, right? On the 4 hour. This leg, once this leg goes, that's a signal that we are about to, continue low. So we just wait for the break of this low, pull back, and then we continue, right? So watch out for this, guys. Watch out for this. You might get, watch out for this. Watch out for this. Watch out for this. We have a double sweep, a sweep of this high, and also a sweep of this high, right? So we have a double sweep. So once we have a break below this low, then you know what that means. All right. Mm. And on 1 hour, we're still waiting for the shift to happen. See how sluggish it is. Let's see. I think we have GBP news today. So London session should, give us a bit of momentum. So let's see. For EU and the likes, I mean, they've been trading exactly as I expected them to. However, okay, I think it's time for AU as well. I think it's time. I think it's time. There's the only liquidity point left. Okay, we have this high as well. This is a breakout structure. Right. So we have this, and yeah. Okay, so on the 4 hour, we're waiting to see if price will break below this low, right? Because, right. Or we could get another sweep above this or even above this. Let's see. Right now, we're at a critical point in the market, right? We're now waiting for the shift. That's what we're waiting for. What we're waiting for now is the shift. You see, yeah, this is what we got on. Yeah, now waiting for the shift. Let's use this inverted fair value gap as support. See, broke above it, came back, used it as support, and then to take price higher. So we could be doing, that's a sweep, very nice one, very nice one. Let's see how market reacts. So if we get, after the sweep, we've had our sweep of liquidity. If you get a break of structure, a pullback, you know what to do, right? You know what to do. So this is what we're looking at, right? For AU is the same story. It's the same story. Same story, right? Same story. Need to see price break, pull back, and then continue lower, right? But if we don't get this, it means price want to continue higher a bit, which is also not bad. You know, we could look to retrace higher for AU. Let's check gold. For gold, gold we're here, right? Let's see. I would have wished for a sweep of this high, but since we're not getting it, let me see what silver did. Maybe silver swept the high. Silver did not sweep the high as well. Okay, what of copper? Will copper sweep the high? No. Okay. Wait, hold on. What high is this? 12th August 2026. 12th of August. 12th of August. This 13th of August. This is 12th of August. Okay. This is 12th of August. 13th. So we have an SMT here. Right. We have an SMT on copper. Okay. We have an SMT on copper. Wow. Okay. I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. Good. So SMT confirmed. SMT confirmed. I don't know if this retracement is enough for gold anyway. I do not know. I don't know. Right. SMT confirmed on gold. So we need to see. Okay. SMT confirmed on gold. So I think gold we can target this low. Short term, please. Short term. Okay. You can go for this low short term. Let's see. Okay. Okay. So if we break below this, right? If we break below this, for okay, I need to set an alert. If we break below this zone, yes, this is good. This is good for gold. Wow, that's a nice setup. Yes, yes. So we have this setup for gold on our All right. Okay, we have this break. Let's see if we'll get this pullback and then continue lower for gold. Yes. Okay. That's a nice setup. That's a nice setup. We're almost there on silver. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I think we can go for this loop. Let me see what it looks like on the higher time frames. We do have a higher time frame point of interest, which is this weekly fair value gap, right? This is this weekly fair value gap. So if gold is selling, you shouldn't be surprised, but you should have an idea where it's selling to, right? This is a weekly fair value gap. This should be immediate targets. Yes. Wow, that's perfect. This is, oh, okay, nice. Weekly fair value gap. So this is a weekly fair value gap for gold. And yeah, this is where this low lies. That's perfect. Perfect. Yeah, so we need to see what price does here. So if I get this break here, I'll be looking for a pullback, right? We're looking for a pullback into the zone to then sell to the lows. At least, we could even go lower, but at least, right? We could go lower, but I mean, yes, yeah, we could trade lower, but at least this is the this is a good trade. Okay, okay. Okay, I think it was a good trade. So, guys, watch out. Watch out for this, man. Watch out for this. All right, so I think that's all for now. Right. So see you guys some other time. Bye. I hope the market moves this week, right? When there's low volatility and there's no movement in the markets, coming back to repeat what I've said over and over again is just it's not something I find I enjoy. So I'll wait to see how market reacts and then I'll come back to give an update, okay, within the week. So let's see how it goes. Take care and have a wonderful trading week. Bye.